चलें जी लैब 5 से शुरू करते हैं अभी। अब हमने ये कमांड्स यूज करनी है लैब 5 में, मिरर, कॉपी, अरे, ऑफसेट और रोटेट। तो ये मॉडिफाई में ये कमांड्स हैं मिरर की, ये काफी ज्यादा हैं, बस इसमें कुछ लैब 5 में है, कुछ लैब 6 में है, और लैब 7 में क्या है? लैब 7 में भी मॉडिफाई की कमांड्स हैं, अरेज, मूव, फिलेट एंड कैम्फर। ये भी आज ही कर लेंगे, ये भी कोई, ये तो मॉडिफाई की यही सेम है, ठीक है, ये भी कर लेंगे, ठीक है, ये भी। और उसके बाद हाँ, ये फिर टास्क ये भी शामिल कर लेंगे बीच में। अच्छा, उसके बाद फिर लैब 8 क्या है? ये थोड़ा डिफरेंट हो जाता है, ठीक है, इसको बाद में करेंगे। तो अब हम चलते हैं लैब 5 की तरफ, पहले स्टेप बाय स्टेप करते जाते हैं, बीच में आपको, आप भी बीच में इनपुट देते जाइएगा। एंड टुडे सेशन विल बी इन इंग्लिश, द फॉरेनर इज देयर, सो if you have any contribution, if you want to contribute anything, so you can ask me. For example, if I'm contributing, I'm applying one command in one way and you have the idea to apply this command in another way, why not to share with me so that we can apply that one as well? Okay, so just to create the learning environment. So let's start. The first command is mirror. So for the mirror command, for example, for the mirror command we have like this shape, for example, or any other shape. For example, any shape you can draw. If you can follow me is okay, otherwise you can. Let's try this shape, I think so. Let's try. All you try this shape, okay? This shape. And this is a commode washroom. You can also draw this one also. But today, can we draw this one? Yeah, I think so. Easy, huh? Not difficult. Or this one. Anyone who will draw both of these will get the extra points during our session. In the end of session, if you will draw this one also, just take the mobile snap of this, or you can write in Google commode washroom or something like that. And similarly this image. So let's try this one and you will try with me, okay? Here rectangle, this rectangle will draw first, then there is another rectangle with you can say with the camphor option, you can say it is rounded, I think so, in the end. And there is a some, I think so, this one, this small rectangle, then there is a this shape maybe we can draw with the help of anyone can tell me how to draw this one? For example, this we want to draw, and this one, can we draw this maybe with arc? With arc maybe we can draw. So let's try. So first is you will draw with me, okay? Just draw. If you will finish drawing before me, you can tell me. First rectangle, for example, this rectangle, okay? Okay, just no dimension is just then we will create another rectangle inside it. So we can use, there is an offset command, okay? There is an offset command. If you will go to the modify, there is an offset command, and offset command is also part of our today's session. For example, here we can see there is an offset command. So before using mirror, we are also using offset. So how do you use offset? We are just learning right now, okay? So I will not repeat this again. So this, for the offset, escape and just go to modify offset, just click the offset, and then it will say in the command window that specify offset distance. So offset distance, for example, I will say 1, because the distance is the distance between smaller rectangle and the original rectangle. This is actually the difference. All four-sided, you know, same distance. So I will say, for example, it's 1. If it is specified by the in the question is okay, otherwise you can specify any random value. For example, 1. Then it will say select the object to offset. So I want to offset this one. So offset mean, for example, if you want to in the rooftop, for example, if you want to place solar panels or anything else, then you cannot use the extreme edges of the roof you have to spare some space from all four sides in order to move or walk freely or something like that for the cleaning purpose or something like that. You need some path just to move or to walk through. So that's why you need the offset. Offset is actually the you can say the distance from the original boundaries. You want to create another boundary. So that is actually the offset. So now I click this one, then it will say in the command window that specify point on side to offset. So I want to offset outside. So in this way, inside is this way. Okay. But I think so we have taken one is a bigger one. I think so. So inside you will click the rectangle will be drawn inside and outside. And the distance between the newer rectangle and the original one will be 1 because we already specified 1. So 1 is I think so bigger. I will change it to 0.5. I think so 0.5 is escape. Again I will try. Go to modify command, offset, then offset it is 1 by default. I will say 0.5 and then I will select the object to offset this object I want to offset. Then I'll say specify this inside. Yeah, this I think so. No is okay. Inside, and then I will left click with the mouse. It will be placed. Now I can escape command. It is done. Okay. Now I will draw this smaller. This one. This one I will draw. Small rectangle. I think so. I can draw it again. Here I will draw the smaller rectangle. Like this. And there is a chamfer. You can see this the edges of the smaller inside rectangle are chamfered. Chamfered mean we can apply chamfer. Chamfer just round. You want to round the this is chamfer and this is fillet. Fillet mean round shape. If you want to round the shape, and fillet is also I think so. Fillet is also we will use today. There is a fillet command in next Lab6. Okay, so we will use the fillet command as well. So first chamfer will use chamfer. So let's say modify chamfer. Then it will say select the first line. So here I will say I think so angle. I will specify chamfer length. Chamfer on the first line. Anyone can draw the chamfer and just tell me how to draw. I can go to chamfer first. That is actually Lab7, I think so. Chamfer is this one. From the modify, choose chamfer. Enter the distance. I will enter the distance and then enter the first chamfer distance. Enter the second chamfer distance. Select the line for chamfer. This distance from the corner, I think so. I have to specify the chamfer length on the first line. Again, just go to dimension, chamfer. Then it will say select the first line. Enter distance first. So distance, for example, I will say 1. Yeah, distance. Enter distance, yes, D. You have to press D or just click D. Okay, distance. Yeah. Now specify first chamfer distance. First chamfer distance, for example, I will say 1. Second chamfer distance, I will say 2. And then select the line. This line and this line. You saw the first line which I selected is 1 unit chamfered, and the second line 2 unit. You can say you can see the difference. Just we want to see the difference. So this is the chamfer command. So we don't need much. So we again apply the chamfer command, but with the smaller length. Chamfer distance. Just click, or if you're using old AutoCAD, just write D because D for distance. Specify first chamfer distance. So I will say because I'm using this one. very smaller, maybe 0.1, maybe 0.1. Yes, second also 0.1, same. Okay, specify line. So I want to compare these two like this. I think so is enough. Maybe a little bigger, huh? Not this one. Control Z. Maybe 0.5, I think so. 0.5. Compare distance 0.3. I think is okay. 0.3. Yeah, this is okay. I think so. Now the same repetition I will apply. Again, press enter. The command is still ready. No need to select again camber. The command is still ready. Again, select the distance. 0.3 is okay. So no need to enter again. Enter. Okay. And then this one. Again, enter. Then distance. Then enter. And then this line. Again, enter. Distance D. Then 0.3 is okay. Enter. And then select the lines. So in this way we have done. So we want to shape the around the corners of this bigger rectangle. For example, we want to round the corners. So for this, we will use the fillet command. So today we will also use the fillet command. So for fillet command, just click the fillet and then select the radius. Okay. And fillet command, you can see here in the manual, fillet command is fillet command is also here. Chamfer, and before chamfer it is fillet command. So fillet command, this lab is 7 here. So fillet command you will use. Okay. So modify fillet, and then it will say radius. Because fillet means round shape. So round shape means there is actually the part of the circle at the corners. So that circle definitely will have the radius. So I will click the radius. And for example, outer side, for example, I will say 0.3. Okay, radius 3. Enter. So I will click these two lines and you can see you can see here rounded. Again, press enter, radius 0.3 is okay, enter, and then click this line and this line. Done. Again, press enter, radius, click radius or type R, and then 0.3 enter, and then round this shape. Then again enter, radius 0.3 okay, enter, and oh, I entered 2 times, so wrong. Again, fillet, radius 0.3 okay, enter 1 time. Then okay. So in this way we have done. Hatch, you can also apply the hash command, for example. Hatch. There is also gradient, huh? But not this point. I want to pick this point. So in this way you can see color you can change like this. Combination of colors possible. Okay, our flag is green and white. So Pakistan, Zindabad, like this. Okay, next, yes. Now I will. Oh, sorry. Okay. Now we'll close hatch. Close. Yes. Now we'll draw this one. Okay. This line is, for example, I can draw this line with an angle. I think so, with the angle. Huh? This one. 2 lines. Huh? For example, from the mid. First, I want to specify the mid point. Okay. For example, the midpoint is this one. I will just specify the midpoint. In the end, I will delete this line, okay? And you can also add something, maybe an easy way to draw this or a more sophisticated way. So I will draw this for the equal distance I will take. From here, you can draw one line here. For example, this line, shift F12 just to see this line, shift F12 to disappear, shift F12. Now you can write near the cursor, and shift F12. Now you can write in the command window, shift F12. Yes, the distance is this, I think so. 1 is enough, 1 and 0 degree. 1, 1, and shift less than sign and 0 degree. Yeah, it's drawn, okay? And in the opposite side, this is 180 degree and 1 and 1, 2. I will 2, shift less than 180 degree. Yeah. So now is okay, I think so. Now I will draw two lines. One from here in this at this angle at this angle, I think so. This angle is 110 degree. Yeah? This is 90 degree, and I think so 110 degree is enough. Maybe this angle. Yeah, 90. 110 degree is okay, and the length is also okay, I think so. This length is okay. This length is maybe 1 is enough. Yeah, 1 less than 110 degree. Oh, 110 is what was wrong. 110 is in this direction. Okay, 110 is this direction. Yeah, and this direction 180, and then there is a 180, and then there is a 270. Yeah, this is 270. If it is 270, then 90 or 270 or minus 90. Yeah, minus 110. Maybe I write by minus 110, then it will be okay. Minus 110. Yeah, is okay. So again, in the line command, the same distance I have taken here. This angle will be in this side, and this will be 90, and this will be minus 110, mean 90 plus 120 degrees there. Here it will be minus 70 degree. Yeah? 1 less than minus 70 degree. So I think so now is okay. Now I can delete these lines. No need of these lines. These lines, okay. Yeah. And this I can extend it. Now I want to, yes, maybe arc length. 3-point arc can I use? 3-point arc. First I will specify for example, I will specify length, equal length, for example, from here to here. This is first point, and then this one. So I want to take equal distance. For example, this distance I will minus 90, and this is, for example, 2. This is 1 and 1, and then 2, for example, 2. 2.5, okay, 2.5. 2.5 less than minus 90. Minus 90. 2.5 minus 90, and then again 2.5 minus 90. 2.5 minus 90. Yeah. So now I will, for example, the R command, and I want to take this point, 2.5, and this is this point I will take and angle is minus 114. Yeah, minus 114, or I will say minus 110. Minus 115 is okay, I think so. And length is 2 point. Length is this one. And angle is, you can exactly enter the values. Otherwise, I will just, for example, I will say it is 120 is okay. Then there is a last point. I will, for example, this one. So in this way, you can draw, and now I will use the mirror command. Mirror command also there. For example, there is a mirror command which we are using in lab 5. So in lab 5 there is a mirror command, this one, okay, so which we want to use, but still we can use mirror command right now, because this one and this one, it is the mirror of this one. This we already draw, so no need of this one. So only this I want to mirror. So go to modify command, mirror, and it will say select the object. This object I want to mirror. Press enter. Specific first point of the mirror line. So this is the mirror line actually. So any point on the mirror line, I will write this. And then there is a other line inside, and this point, for example, this point. So you see, and no, erase the subject or source subject. Yani I want to delete this one. No. So it means no. So this is done. So the same mirror is placed here. There is a difference, a little difference, maybe due to some command option, because we draw the trend. So you can meet it like this. So I think so is enough. A little similar. And now then next, I can move it like this also, if you want to move, okay. So in this way you can draw. No, I think so, no need of. Now the similar shape I want to offset, okay. So I will use the offset command, for example, offset, and offset distance is 0.5, I think so enough. 0.5 is okay. Select the object, this one and this one, okay. And only one you can select, yeah, only one you can select, okay. Again, select the object, this one, and in this way. So you can offset in this way, okay. You can draw this simple line here just to connect it here. Now you can delete this, no need of this. So in this way, I think so we have drawn this figure, and maybe this something here we will use the trim command. You see there is a difference here is okay, but this one offset command is just creating some problem. For example, here you can see this is also extended line, so we will trim it, okay. We will use the trim command. This one I think so okay, yeah, this is okay, remaining is okay, so we'll use the trim command. So trim command is also there. Trim command is in the lab 6. There is a trim command, okay. Trim command is this one. Now using trim command, modify, there is a trim command. Yeah, this one. So just you can see select the object. So this object and this object, I will use select this, then right click or press enter, okay. So I will click right click, for example, then it will say trim. So I will trim this one and this one. So you see it is trimmed. Again I will trim this one also. No, I have to select this because I didn't select this one, so I cannot trim it. So all the, again I will use modify, trim. I will select this one and enter, and then I will trim. So in this way I can use the trim command. So you can also fill this just for to see the draw gradient pick point. This may be. So this shape we have done. Yeah, if you want to, for example, gradient this one with different color, this with a different color, so you have to apply this one and close it, and then apply differently, apply again for this, and you can change the color. So in this way you can draw the figure. So now let's again, we have used how many commands? For example, we have used the trim command, and in Lab5 we already used all commands. For example, mirror, mirror done, copy no, array, offset is also done. Now rotate, copy, and then array left. Now I will rotate it. For example, this figure is done. Yes, now you can group it. For example, you want to group it, just select this one, click here with mouse, drag it without holding the left button, and then again left click, all will be selected, and then you go to tools, and there is a group option. You can group it. So it is grouped. Now if you select it, whole will be selected. Now it's grouped. The other way of grouping is Control Z. No, it's not grouped. So you can select it, and then you can write for the old version, because in the old version group option may be not there. So for the old version, just write in the command window. So now again it's grouped. Now it's grouped. You can move it anywhere. Now I will use the copy command. Copy mean you want to copy it. So go to modify command. There is an option of copy. Just select this one and press enter, and it will say specify the base point from where you want to move it. OK, so for example, I will say I will want to move it from here, from this point. So in this direction, if I want to move it, I can move it. OK, I can move it, and as many copies there. Now you can see it will move with an angle, for example, like this. You can also apply in the specify the points. For example, this option near the mouse, near the you can say cursor, there is an option. Just you can press F12. This option will disappear. Again, disappears. OK, this is the actually magnitude and angle. So this option, if you want to bring it in front of your cursor, near your cursor, you can press F12. Again F12, now you can write in the command window. Again F12, now you can write near the cursor. So I want to move near the cursor, and you can see there is a distance 10 distance, I think so, approximately 10. So I will say 10, and the angle is 0 degree, 10 degree, shift less and 0 degree. So it will be copied. Now I want to copy another at a 20 degree distance. So I will write 20 less than 0 degree, again copied. So as many copies as you can. In this side you can also copy. For example, this will be 180 degree, and 10 less than 180 degree. OK, so it will be copied. So if you want to copy, for example, with the help of without specifying any distance with your keyboard, so you can click and you need some figure parallel to x-axis, or 0 degree or 90 degree vertical, exactly vertical. So then there is this, you can see the O snap option is there. You will see the green line is appearing. If green line is appearing, it will also help you exactly applying at the distance, but there will be distance between two figures may be different. You can see here, but you can align this green light, dotted lines, green line will help you to place it exactly vertical. Otherwise, you can also switch on or activate ortho mode. OK, ortho mode. This ortho mode, F8 you can also press. Now if you will place it, for example, in this side exactly 90, or if in this side exactly 0 degree, in this side exactly 180, 270. So in this way you can place as many exactly as you want, like this. But the distance between the two, definitely you have to mention it, or you can see it. So in this way, you can see, you can copy it. Copy we've done. Now there is a rotate command. So if you want to rotate it, this object we want to rotate, just how can we rotate it? For example, I want to rotate this, modify, there is a rotate option. I will select this, select the object, enter, specify base point, the point from where you want to rotate. I want to rotate at this point, okay, this one. So I want to rotate. You see, ortho is on. If ortho is on, it will exactly rotated like 270-degree, like 180-degree, vertical, or like this, or like this. So anywhere you want to rotate. You can also specify the distance, but no, I will just specify rotation angle, okay? So this rotation angle is, you see here is, this angle is 180, this angle is 0-degree. So from here, if I want to rotate in this side, zero. So let's apply 0-degree. No, 0 is this one because this is the reference point. So 0, I will say clockwise 90-degree. Huh? Rotate. Select the object, enter, specify the base point. I will say 90-degree. No, it is writing in near the cursor. So F12, again press F12. I don't want to write here. So modify, rotate, select the object, enter, F12, F12. No, you can write in the command window. 90-degree. Oh, sorry. First I have to specify the base point. Modify, rotate, select the object, enter, specify base point. Then I write 90. So you see 90-degree is actually in this side. If you will 270 in this way, okay, 90-degree because anti-clockwise. So it is already specified vertically. So clockwise 90-degree is in this way. So in this way you can rotate it. So in this way anything you can rotate. It's done, I think. So. Now there is a array command, okay, and array command, okay. So array command, let's try. Also the move command, for example, is also here the move command. If you will say there is a move command, I think so move command we already done. Yeah, this move command, okay. So move. Arrays is also there, arrays and move. Fillet and camphor we have already used. Lab 7 is done. So now move and arrays we will do, and lab 7 will be done. So for example, I want to move. For example, these figures I want to move towards left so that the window will be empty, and so that I can draw more figures here. So I can move it. For example, I will select it. I want to move this one here. Select this. Or first you can click the move command, and it will say specify the base point. From this point I want to move. And here you can see it will move vertically or horizontally. So you will switch off or deactivate ortho command so that you can move anywhere. For example, I will move it here. So move mean completely move that object, and nothing will left at the original point. So the totally object will be moved to a new position. Copy mean the same object will be copied, and I mean the copy of the object will be placed in the specified location. Now move is done, and then there is a erase. Erase, for example, I want to erase. Click erase, select the object, this object, then all the objects which you want to erase, for example, this one, these objects I want to, and then press enter. So all the objects, selected objects will be erased. So lab 7 is done, okay. So no, we will not go to lab 7. Lab 7 is done. Now in the lab 6, we will say we have used a trim, and these 4 lab tasks are left. So before doing this one, I will go to lab 5. Let's finish the all tasks of lab 5. And lab 5, you see mirror done, copy done, offset done, rotate done. Array is left. So let's try array. And for array, for example, I want to use this object. I will move it to I will move it to here. Okay, this is the object I want to array it. Array mean multiple objects. If you want to draw multiple objects, so no need to copy again, copy. This is a time taking process and wastage of time. So array command will do the same in array form. Number of rows, columns are in circular form. So go to here array. There is an option rectangular array, path array, and polar array. In the old version of AutoCAD, only a rectangular array and polar array is available. Path array is not available, but in the newer version, all three options is available. Now I will say click rectangular array. So rectangular array, select the object. This object I have selected, and then press enter. You see, it has drawn the object with the 3 rows and 4 columns, because columns are 4 and rows is 3. Now you want to change it. For example, 5 columns, 5 rows. You will select it. So you see, rows are 5. Columns, for example, 3. So you can see 3. So in this way, you can change rows 4, for example. You see, rows are 4, and then there is a columns are 3. So for example, I will select it 5, 7. कल का बस ठीक, अच्छा हो गया अब तो। जी वो भी थी, ठीक हो गया। बंदा कितना बनाया है? इलियास साहब। नहीं इलियास साहब से वो था ना, और बिना शुक्रिया लाया से हम नहीं ना, शुक्रिया भी हम पहुंच गए। अच्छा तो चला गया सही बात, ठीक है। वरना होगा कितना बंदा कर दे। इलियास साहब वैसे तेज है तो, नहीं इलियास साहब दूसरे पास हो गया ना, अच्छा उधर चला गया, ठीक है। कोई लगा दे सर, कोई नहीं, बस इनको पता ही होगा, पहले भी गए हैं बस। राशन पहले क्लोज किया है राशन, बस ठीक है, इनको पता होगा सर। जी ਤੁਸੀਂ ਥੋੜਾ ਜਿਹਾ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਪਲਾਨ ਪੜ ਕੇ ਜੀ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਤਸਵੀਰ ਦੇਣਾ, ਠੀਕ ਹੈ ਕੋਈ ਮਿਸਟੇਕ ਮੈਂ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਰਨਾ, ਤੁਸੀਂ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਜੀ ਮੈਂ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਮੇਰਾ ਆਰਡਰ टाइप कर मूवमेंट ऑर्डर, ठीक है। इसलिए थोड़ी कोई चीज हो ना, जी बिल्कुल कुछ लग भाई कौन है जा रहे हैं, सही कह रहे हैं, वो लड़के ले जी ये फाइल पर्सन अचीवमेंट हर कंपनी की करना, ठीक है ना, जल्दी आ जाए, ठीक है सर। मूवमेंट ऑर्डर जल्दी करना, ठीक हो। मैं बस लेक्चर एंड करके मैं करना नहीं करना, तो ना बैठना पड़ेगा, बैठ जाएंगे सर, कोई इशू नहीं। एडवांस पार्टिकल है एडवांस, वो मतलब हाँ वो जो जी ठीक। ये एडवांस किन देते हैं, किस ने देते हैं एडवांस मैंने काउंट किया कितने आए, 26। अच्छा वो 26, ठीक है वो तो है, मुझे एडजस्टमेंट करना, ठीक है। तो किसी से फिर कितना पाना है, कितना पाना है तकरीबन, और राशन पता है 26 ਦੇ ਅੰਦਰ ਹੋ ਜਾਏਗਾ ਸਰ। अच्छा ठीक है जी ਸਰਕਾਰ ਨੇ ਭਾਗਣੀ ਜੀ ਮਤਲਬ ਵਾਪਸ ਆਣਾ ਤਾਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਵੱਡੀ ਭਰੀ ਠੀਕ ਹੋ ਠੀਕ। ਬਾਕੀ ਟੂ ਟੈਕਸ ਦੀ ਰਸੀਦ ਕੀ ਆਤੀ ਹੈ, ਡੀਜ਼ਲ ਡਰਾਈਵਰ ਜਿੰਨਾ ਕਹੇਗਾ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਭਰਾਣਾ ਜਾਂ ਆਪਾਂ ਆਪਣੀ ਮਰਜ਼ੀ ਨਾਲ ਭਰਾਣਾ, ਚੈੱਕ ਕਰਨਾ ਕਿ ਆਦਮੀ ਭਰਾਣਾ ਦੇਣਾ ਜੀ, ਉਹ ਕਹੇਗਾ ਜ਼ੀਰੋ ਖਾਲੀ। अच्छा मतलब कोई हिसाब ठीक इसका भी करना तो कुछ तक जाएगी जाएगी, तो वापसी तो भरी हुई उन्होंने देनी है वापस, भरी खाली वे भरा के देनी है नहीं, खाली थी ना ਤੁਸੀਂ ਭਰਾਤੀ तो उसके बाद खाली होगी तो बस ठीक है। इसमें देखो गए इन्होंने हम डीजल पाया देना जी अच्छा पा के देना, अच्छा जिन्ना कीता उन्हें भरा देना है बस, वापसी तो भरा देना, वापसी ने ठीक है तो मैं बहुत आया जब सिंपल टेस्ट पिछले जो टूरिस्ट गिने था पे कितना पे आया वैसे अंदाजा, चलो मैं पूछा राशन बस ठीक है ठीक हो गया सर, ठीक जी बस वो कर लेंगे बिल्कुल सही ठीक। बाकी तुसी भी ऑन बोर्ड होगे इंशाल्लाह, कोई हुआ तो आप भी ऑन बोर्ड होंगे कभी फोन पे अगर मुझे कुछ जरूरत पड़ी तो, बाकी पता है सर वो सारा जी अंदाजा है बस। आपको रेट बढ़े जी और बल्कि 30 रुपए बढ़ गया ठीक है सर ठीक जी ठीक हो गया सर ठीक ऑर्डर टाइप ठीक बिल्कुल सर मैं कर ठीक है सर ठीक शुक्रिया सर इंशाल्लाह सुबह 8 बजे बस इतने डिपार्टमेंट साहब स्टूडेंट दसता है मैं दसता स्टूडेंट ਨੂੰ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਉਹਦਾ ਮੈਂ ਬਸ ਦੱਸ ਦਿੱਤਾ ਠੀਕ ਹੈ, ਲੇਕਿਨ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਸੀ ਆ ਨਾ एडमिन सेक्शन में नंबर लो, मुइज़ा ਉਹਦਾ पता नहीं, मुइज़ा उनको ही कल जाना है ना जी वो सारे तैयार हो ड्रेस सही पाओ बंदे ड्रेस सही सो इनको 8 बजे ਇੱਥੇ ਪਹੁੰਚ ਜਾਣਾ इलेक्ट्रिकल बस सही ਤੁਸੀਂ अपने कमांड और ड्राइवर साहब ਨੂੰ कहना पड़ेगा या उनका नंबर शंबर जो आ जाएगा वो ड्राइवर मैं कह देता
मेरे को है ट्रांसपोर्ट का नंबर
बस ठीक
मैं उनको कह देता हूं कि पक्का है वो आदमी
ड्राइवर केड़ा दा नाम केदे
ड्राइवर नहीं नवीद का नंबर ले लो
नवीद दा दे दो सर
ट्रांसपोर्ट का ना
हां जी ताकि मैं फिर उन्हें
हां राब्ते पार्टी ना दी हुई ना दूसरी बस
ठीक है सर ठीक है बिल्कुल सही है 26 का ठीक है सर थैंक यू वेरी मच सर थैंक यू चलिए एक्सक्यूज मी आवाज आ रही है आपको आवाज आ रही है अच्छा ठीक अच्छा लेट्स स्टार्ट अगेन column is 5 and rows are 4 sorry columns are 5 and rows are 4 so you see 5 columns and 4 rows so you can see here that the distance between columns if you want to reduce for example I will say it is 5 so distance between columns is 5 but it's very I want to increase its size 8 is enough or maybe 9 so you can change it like this and rows distance also 9 is okay I think so like this okay so in this way you can change the distance so now for example there is an also option arrow you can see here the arrow escape close array okay you can close it here one thing more there is a you can see there this one is actually what is this is level count is 1 level count 1 mean if you will click is here home there is an option home I will click it here it is in 3D okay so if I will change the level to 10 for example you see it is 10 times increase 50 like this okay so this is actually level when you will do in the 3D then this level maybe we'll choose okay so again click the top so like this so here you can see this arrow if you will move this arrow you see this arrow the function of this arrow I will tell you this function of this arrow this arrow this arrow this arrow and this arrow so these extreme arrows this arrow and this arrow these will increase the columns and rows for example I will click and hold this arrow and I will move upward so you see number of rows increased and here number of columns I will click it and move it here number of columns increased okay and if I want to click this arrow click and just click left click and leave the mouse button okay and just move the mouse okay you see the distance between the rows will increase the distance between the rows will increase and if you will click this arrow and move in this way you see the distance between columns will increase and now if you want to click this square blocks in the diagonal and right top object of the diagonal element you will click it here and you will move downward towards the diagonal you see rows and columns both are changing if you will move it to the vertical position only columns are decreasing or increasing like this and if you will move vertically you will see rows are decreasing or reducing number of rows are increasing so in this way you can do anything and then there is a this option you can move it anywhere like this if you want to move exactly horizontal or vertical you can click on the ortho option so you see vertical exactly or horizontal you can move it so vertical like this so in this way you see now for example you see this is associative you click this close the associative for example if you want to edit object so you can click associative if you will click associative all the objects will be selected at once because this is actually the array all objects are is one entity array in the form of array if you will uncheck associative then you will see you can edit any object because now the command is continued so I will click I will uncheck this associative now it's checked associative command is checked I will click again now it is unchecked now close it you see now you can change any object like this all objects are individual If associative not checked, you see if associative is checked, mean associative command is active, then you can see if you will select one object, all objects will be selected at once, like this. Escape. Now you see, for example, I will I selected whole array and then press enter. You see the same this array is considered as one object, and 4 by 3 arrays are selected, drawn here. But I will control Z because I don't need close, and you see multiple arrays you can like this. You see in this way you can select, but control Z, I don't need this. Okay, only one. And also, for example, I will okay. Now I can delete, for example, few I delete. Don't need this. This enough. Now now this is done. This was actually the array, rectangular array. Now path array. For path array, for example, I will select any path. For example, I will select in the modify command any path. For example, I will use draw supply line. I can draw the supply line. For example, this line. I will draw like this. This is the path actually. Okay. So any path you can draw. Oh, sorry. You will not press escape because for this special dimension subline, you will only use enter in the end. For the remaining all commands, we are using escape when we will want to escape the command, but here we will press enter. Otherwise, no. For example, in the modify, you will use the array path array. Okay, path array select object. I want to select this object, for example, and now specify select objects. Select object. This object. Yeah, selected. So press enter. It will say select the path. So this path I want to use. Yeah, it is placed, but you see there is a distance between the two is base point is different. So I want to control Z. Modify. There is a array command, path array. Select the object. Enter. Path curve. And then you also try this because this is actually the distance we have. We need distance 0, I think so, maybe, but it will not accept. Tangent. Align item. Yes, align. Then there is a here is the distance is 17 items and I want to distance. Yeah, distance between these is 12. Okay. Anyone drawn this one? किसी ने ड्रा किया? और ये बिल्कुल लाइन के ऊपर आनी चाहिए. ये डिस्टेंस हमारा बीच में जो है ना वो ज्यादा हो गया. डिस्टेंस की सेटिंग कोई करके मुझे बताया. लाइन आइटम्स ये नो लिखा हुआ है. यस करते हैं इसको. यस करके देखें. अच्छा, ये उधर और दूर चले गए. लाइन हो गया लेकिन. एंड इसमें डिस्टेंस जो है ना बेस पॉइंट फॉर एग्जांपल 0 लेते हैं. अच्छा, 0 उसने ये वाला ले लिया बेस पॉइंट. I want base point this one. Again try. Again try. Let's again try modify array, and there is a path arrays. Okay, select this and then the path curve. This path, and then base point is this one. No need to apply base point. Okay, the distance between the two is more. So I will check it and I will repeat it again. Why it is. Okay, so the distance is more. Control Z. Should not be more. Distance should be 0. Modify array, path array. Select the path curve. Select this object. Path associative, no. Associative. Distance between the items is 11 and distance between the rows 0. I will say 0. You also try. Anyone done this? Just you reduce ये distance हम reduce करना चाहें बिल्कुल इसके साथ साथ लाइन हो जरा distance change करें ना किसी चीज का और मुझे बताएं कि आपका कहीं इसको सेट करके आया कुछ पाथ के साथ एग्जैक्ट लाइन हो रही है किसी को हुई है तो मुझे बताना. Align items. Which are levels, rows, items, associative. Yes. Associative, and then there is a method. Measure, divide. Then there is a base point. Specify base point or key point, okay? Key point on the source object, okay? Key point is this one. Key point on the source object as the base point. Specify base point. Key point is okay. Okay, the distance between the two I will tell you later. Okay, no problem. Just like this. So you can see the repetition along the curve. You see the same is done with the objects. Follow the same pattern as the curve is following. Now, for example, this done, and then I will delete it. Now go to modify arrays. There is a polar array. For polar array, for example, I want to draw the circle or rectangle. Maybe rectangle will work or not. Let me try. Polar array. Select the object. For example, this object. Press enter. Specify center point of the. This is center point. Okay. You see center point, and then there is a distance between. I will say 0. But the because items angles associative base point. So the distance should be along the line. Okay, the distance, why distance between the points, because last time we have tried but that was no distance between the two lines. Here I think so there is a setting. Maybe I am just any other person if have done can tell me. In the array, maybe choose array in the dialog box, choose rectangular array. Okay, this is done. For polar array in the array dialog box, do the following. Center point of the array. Okay, click the pick center point. This is done. Select the object. Okay. Items and angle between them. Yeah, this is done. I think so. This is okay. So you can see it is placed along the line, but I have in the array, I think so. I tried this last time. Let me see. Polar array. I'm using place small circle inside circle. Okay, so select the path subject, select big circle as path. Base point as center of big circle, select associative. This is done. Yeah, draw a circle, add array, then select array of rectangles. Yeah. Select circle. Press enter without specifying the base point. Yeah, let's try. Array, edit. Select the array. This is the array. Replacement. No. If you want to replace, for example, this is a new option. For example, you want to replace this with any circle. For example, this is circle and I want to array edit. The array, for example, this array, then it will say replacement. If I want to replace the object, then I can select this one. And replace, I want to replace this one. And then press enter. This, you see all these objects which you want to replace, it will be replaced with this. That because not part of this, so you can replace as many as you can, like this. So you see all the objects are replaced with new circle, new object. So in this way you can replace. But here again I will try, because there is a distance. Last time I used this and there was no distance, and actually problem is this one, this red one. Press enter without specifying base point. Base point I don't want to specify. Then distance should be 0. Why today it is showing something distance? So array in the polar array, for example, I will select this object and enter, then specify the center point of yeah, I will not specify the center point. Without specify and press enter. Yeah, I will press enter. Center point. Yeah, center point I have to specify. Then there is a enter. You see, this is a distance is much. This, for example, I want to edit the reset array. It will be reset, but I want to. Yeah, here you can see the objects. For example, I want to edit source. Yeah. So here you can see if you want to edit the source distance, I will tell you next time. Maybe this distance, these objects which are placed around the circle, but the distance between the boundary of the circle and the object is more. This distance will be 0. You can change this distance. So I will explain it later. Maybe I will change the distance. No, I cannot change the distance. I think so. Yeah, distance I cannot change. No, the next thing is, For example, I want to change the shape of the object. For example, this shape I want to change. This is very. So edit source, when you will click the edit source, then you can edit. For example, one source I want to edit this one. Click OK. I want to edit this. For example, I will click it here and I want to draw something like that. Something like that. OK, this line. And similarly, this line, for example, this line here. So you will see that this changes will be shown in all figures. This figure, and you will see the other figures. For example, this one. You see this change is also shown here. So all the figures will be changed if you will only change the one thing. If you will change one figure, all figures will be changed like this. Here you see this cross. So in this way, you can edit and like this. So save. Lab6c. What is this? Yeah, I think so. There is a problem with AutoCAD. Maybe I will try it later again. Let me try it again. So here, for example, I will draw the circle. And there is an offset, for example, offset distance is 1. Object is this, like this. You know, modify, and then there is a, for example, okay, yeah, I was making a one mistake, I think so. Yeah, yes. Yeah, the mistake was actually, I will select this and I will group it, okay? Now I will move it from here to, for example, here. Yeah, you have to move this because that distance actually, the object already at a distance, so it was showing the distance. So you have to move it near the boundary one object, and then you can apply the polar ray. So select the object, press enter, and then select the center point. So you see, now done. So that was actually the problem. Now associative, if you uncheck this associative, then you can edit one object. For example, associative, now you will select all the objects will be selected. For example, associative checked, close. You see, if you will select it, all objects will be selected. So if you will, no associative command will not here. Edit object. For example, in the edit object, you will edit this one and click OK. And you want to edit this object. For example, you want to draw the line. For example, in this way. Okay. Then in this way. See, all the objects will be changed accordingly. You see, all the objects change. For example, I will hatch command gradient, and this I will fill with the color like red and green and okay. So in this way, you can see all the values, all the figures will be changed if you will edit one. Similarly, in the subline, okay, press enter. Now again, you will, for example, you want to select this one and you will copy it. For example, copy it and move it to here. Okay. Oh, sorry. So this new shape I've drawn, but no, I don't need this one. So okay. Okay, anything, any arc, for example, you can draw anything you can draw, for example, like this. This, oh yeah, because you have not because the previous command is on, you have to discard the changes like this. Or sorry, Control Z. No discard. Discard changes mean the changes which we have made already discarded. No command is end. No, you will apply the new command. Okay. The previous command is on, so you cannot apply the new command that will create the problem. Definitely enter. And now, for example, you want to move this, and you will. Now, yes, you can want to replace the object. For example, you want to replace the object with this one. For example, modify offset. I will select this. Oh, sorry. Modify offset. Distance may be 1. Then I will select this object and like this. So I will also hatch this gradient this. Okay, close this. No, it's done. Now I want to replace this with this. So how you replace it? You will select this one and you see added source or replace. Replace means click the replace button and replacement object. I want to replace this object and oh sorry, I want to replace this object. Press enter. Replacement object. I want to plug this. Enter. And then you want to select the base point of replacement. No, base point. No, you will select. Press enter. And then you will replace as many because you see escape. Discard changes. Yeah, this you have to group it so that the whole object can be moved. Now as it's grouped. Now select this object. Replacement item. This one. Press enter. Now you will not select the base point. Okay, no need. Otherwise you can select, but no need. Press enter. Centralize them. Now you will replace all the objects which you want to replace like this. Okay, so the objects will be replaced. Escape. So now you want to, for example, added source. So again, similar thing. You can edit the source. For example, you want to edit this source. Press enter, and you will, for example, you will draw the line from here to here. Enter, and you see all the rectangles will be edited. You see all the rectangles are not the circle. If you will change the circle, all circles will be changed. In this way, you can see, you can, for example, this point you want to fill this like this. So in the discard, save changes, click and it will be saved like this. So in this way, you can see you have done. Now you will move this object, for example, move this object from this corner to this corner. No, not this corner. You will move this object from, press enter, from this corner, I think so, like this. Okay. Now you want to modify and go to array and path array. Okay, for path, select the object, this object, press enter, select the path. So you will select the path. So you see the throughout the path objects are placed, and you can also change the angle. For example, okay, this is done. For example, here you see you want to change the object. Item are 6. You want to place it 8. So you see items are changed to 8 because the original was circle. So circles will be increased. 360 degree, for example, 180 degree. You want to place for 180 degrees. So one side of the circle will be filled. 360 mean throughout the side. So in this way you can. If you want to rows 2, for example, 2 rows. So you see rows are 2 now. Only the original things will be replaced because these objects are replaced objects. So only original circles, which was the actual figure, that objects will be increased. Similarly, here you can see, you can also select this escape. Okay, this is done. You're done. Close array. This is, click this. Also, you can replace this one. For example, you can replace any object with this one. Edit source also. If you want to edit, for example, this one, press enter, and you can edit it. For example, you want to draw the circle between the. Okay, so your circle will be drawn like that. You can see. So this is, I think so, done. Is enough. I think so. I have done a lot. So array command you can use in this way. We have used the array command. Array done, offset done, rotate, copy. Lab5 is done. Now Lab6 is this one. Break, scale, trim done, extend, stretch, and this. So now we will try stretch, for example, stretch. So what's the difference between stretch and move? I will show you. For example, this object, I want to copy it. Okay. Oh, no, as many copies. I don't need these copies. Save changes. Because this is the array, so all arrays will be, because we didn't select the uncheck the associative, so the whole array will be copied. So I don't need a whole array, so I will Control Z. I will draw another figure, for example, here. Oh yeah, because there discard changes, save changes, but here I will delete it. You see, this is the part of that, because that command was on, so I don't need this. I will draw close. Now I will draw the rectangle. I will draw from the circle here. Okay. Okay, this figure maybe. Okay. Now, for example, we want to extend it. Yeah, stretch and extend. Stretch, for example, I want to go to stretch. And I will say select the object. For example, I want to select this side. This side I want to stretch. You see, I will dimension it first. I will dimension it. Okay. Because dimension is very small. So I will change the size of this dimension. I can go to dimension style. We have already done this, modify. Then I will change the text. Text 0.5, arrows also 0.5. Okay. Apply, set current. Okay, close. So this is done. Now I will update. For example, update, select the object, this one, press enter. I think so it is already 0.5. I will change again. Dimension style, modify, maybe 2, text 2. Color you can change red, for example, and this one is okay. Set current and close. Yeah, now is I think so clear. Or you can also change a little more. Maybe 4. No is okay, I think so. So now I want to extend. Stretch. So if I want to stretch it, I will select this side. I will select this side. I want to stretch it. Press enter. Now specify base point. For example, I want to specify from here. You see, this is stretched. How much I want to stretch? You can, for example, this corner you want to stretch, and for example, shift 12. I want to stretch 0 degree, and for example 47. I want to stretch 50, for example. Press enter. You see, 50 times is stretched. This was 47, almost double is stretched. Corner is stretched. Okay. So if I, for example, I want to stretch Control Z. I will retain this copy of this figure so that I can use it later. I want to retain this like, okay. Now I will stretch, modify, stretch, and I want to stretch. Oh, sorry. I want to stretch this side. Specify the base point. For example, base point is this one. Like this, you can stretch in this way and stretch. If I want to stretch whole object, for example, select its base point. So if I want to stretch, for example, bit, because it's not grouped, so it is creating problem. Maybe let's group it. So in this way you can stretch. For example, select a displacement. For example, displacement, for example, I will say 40. You see 40. If you will select whole objects, definitely it will be displaced like this. So you see, but no. So in the stretch command, you see, you can stretch this. Select the object. For example, I want to select group. I will not group it. Okay, maybe I will not. Just simple figure I will draw again. Modify. There is a stretch. Select the object. Press enter. For example, this point. So this is move, like move command also stretch used as a move, but this is the actual function is just to stretch, but we have done before. In the stretch command, there was a select the object and then this side I will select and modify stretch, select this, stretch, specify base point. For example, I will specify base. Then there is stretch, for example, this object. And the stretch command we can use in this way, but again we can repeat it here. To stretch from the modify use stretch, select the object using the crossing window selection. The crossing window must include at least one vertex or endpoint, and specify the crossing window either by entering or by clicking. Crossing window either by entering AC or by clicking. Moving your pointer device from right to left and click again. Right to left and click again. Yes. Anyone done this stretch command? If you have done, just tell me what I have done before, because last time I have stretched one corner, but I want to stretch the whole side, whole right side. For example, I want to stretch. So have you done, anyone? Anyone done? Tell me. Using the choose. Okay. Go to modify. There is a stretch. Select the object using the crossing window selection. Okay. Crossing window. The crossing window must include at least one vertex. Okay. For example, I want to select yeah, this corner. Okay. Specify the crossing window either by entering AC, clicking, moving your pointer device from right to left, and click again. Then press enter again. There is a displacement, for example, 2. Yeah, sir. ਦੱਸੇਗਾ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਜਾਣਾ ਕੱਲ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਉਦੋਂ ਬਣਾਓ ਨਾ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਕੋਲ ਮੂਵਮੈਂਟ ਆਡਾ ਤੇ ਨਾ ਸ਼ਾ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਪਤਾ ਹੀ ਬਾਕੀ ਕੱਲ ਦੇਖ ਲਿਸਟ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਭੇਜਤੀ ਰਿਆਸਾ ਨੇ ਭੇਜਤੀ ਕੱਲ 8 ਵਜੇ ਸੀਆਰ ਦਾ ਪਤਾ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਮੁਇਜ਼ ਦਾ चलो तो मैंने पता, मैं उन्हें कह दा 8 इतने पहुंच जाना बस, सही ठीक। अच्छा ये देखें, इसको हमने एक्सटेंड करना है 50 पर, मैं डिस्टेंस देता हूँ 50, तो ये एक्सटेंड हो गया, ठीक है। अब मैं चाहता हूँ कि ये मैं पूरा एक्सटेंड करूँ, ये एक्सटेंड की कमांड वी हैव ऑलरेडी यूज्ड बट आई वांट टू एक्सटेंड इट, कॉपी इसकी कमांड, इसमें मैं चाहता हूँ ये दोनों साइड से एक्सटेंड हो। करें, किसी का हुआ है तो मुझे बताएं। मॉडिफाई एक्सटेंड, किधर गया, ओह सॉरी नो, स्ट्रेच, स्ट्रेच
सर हो गया।
कैसे किया जरा मुझे बताएं। स्ट्रेच की
सर
कमांड सेलेक्ट की, उसके बाद मैं क्या करूँ।
सर पूरा ऑब्जेक्ट सेलेक्ट किया है और उसका एक जो वर्टेक्स है ना नीचे बेस वाला वो सिलेक्ट किया, तो उसके बाद साइड पे किया तो हो गया।
नहीं, पूरा एग्जैक्ट पहले सेलेक्ट किया, उसके बाद एंटर प्रेस किया है,
यस सर।
एंटर करके फिर क्या किया है।
उसके बाद जो बेस पॉइंट है ना उसमें एक वर्टेक्स सिलेक्ट किया है, होने वाला बिल्कुल,
हाँ
तो स्ट्रेच
अच्छा
किया तो हो गया, वो पूरी साइड स्ट्रेच हो गई है, कॉर्नर नहीं हुआ है।
यार, मेरा तो इस तरह हो रहा है, ये देखना, मेरा तो नहीं हो रहा सही, दोबारा बताएं आप।
सर पूरा ऑब्जेक्ट
मॉडिफाई में,
सिलेक्ट किया ना, उसके अंदर ये डायमेंशन वगैरह सारी सिलेक्ट की है।
अच्छा एक मिनट, मैं पहले ऑब्जेक्ट सेलेक्ट करता हूँ पूरा, ये मैंने सेलेक्ट कर लिया मॉडिफाई कमांड से पहले है। उसके बाद स्ट्रेच में गया, अब क्या करूँ।
अब नीचे वाला जो कॉर्नर वाला एक पॉइंट है ना वो सिलेक्ट करें।
ये वाला मैंने कर दिया, ठीक है, ये तो फिर मूव हो रही, पूरी मूव हो रही है।
मेरे पास स्ट्रेच हो गई है, मूव नहीं हुई।
चले बहरहाल, जिसकी ये इसी तरह होती है, लेकिन ये मेरे पास अभी नहीं हो रही, तो होती इसी तरह है, ठीक है। और किसी का भी हुआ है कि नहीं। और किसी का हुआ है तो बता दे। मॉडिफाई स्ट्रेच, एक ट्राई और करते हैं। सिलेक्ट ऑब्जेक्ट्स, आई वांट टू सिलेक्ट दिस साइड, फॉर साइड। चले बहरहाल ये स्ट्रेच होगी, लेकिन ये दो एक साइड भी जिस तरह इन्होंने की है ना, आप भी कर सकते हैं, ये साइड दोनों एक अपनी उससे करें तो ये हो जाती है इस तरह। चले आगे चलें यार। स्ट्रेच के बाद देयर इज अ ऑप्शन, और कौन सा रह गया पीछे। स्ट्रेच हो गया, एक्सटेंड, extend there for example extend option is for example I have lines, for example this one, this one, okay, like this. I want to use the extend command, for example extend command, ठीक है। अच्छा, in the extend you can see here that here is the extend command, okay. Extend command is just so you want to extend this line, for example just select all the lines which you want to extend, for example this one, okay, then press enter. Now extend, for example this, when you will just move the cursor near this line, you see this line is extended. ये कहाँ तक एक्सटेंड होगी, जो अगला ऑब्जेक्ट होगा ना, जहाँ तक जो ऑब्जेक्ट को जा रहा है ये एक्सटेंड होगी। देखिए इस पे क्लिक कर दें दोबारा, ये एक्सटेंड होगी। इस पे क्लिक करेंगे तो ये एक्सटेंड नहीं होगी, क्योंकि ये लाइन आगे कोई ऑब्जेक्ट के साथ क्रॉस नहीं हो रही। ये भी होगी, ये देखें तो ये भी नहीं होगी, ये लाइन है ही नहीं वे, ठीक है, तो बाकी कोई भी नहीं होगी, सही है। ये हो रही है एक्सटेंड, ये देखिए इसको सिलेक्ट किया था, ये डायमेंशन चूंकि आगे क्रॉस इसके साथ टच हो रही है, ये इधर तक एक्सटेंड होगी। ये आगे तक यहाँ एक्सटेंड हो सकती है क्योंकि इसके साथ टच कर रही है। इसके बाद आगे भी जाएं तो ये देखें यहाँ तक एक्सटेंड हो सकती है, और इसके बाद ये आगे इस लाइन के साथ भी डायमेंशन टच हो रही है, तो ये देखें इस तक एक्सटेंशन हो सकती है। ये लाइन एक्सटेंड हो सकती है, ये आगे भी हो जा सकती है, ये देखें इसको आगे यहाँ तक जा सकती है, इसी तरह ये, ठीक है। ये ये आगे आगे जिस तरह ये लाइन भी आगे एक्सटेंड हो सकती है, और ये इससे आगे भी हो सकती है, ये इससे आगे भी हो सकती है, ये देन इट कैन, यहाँ तक गई है, ठीक है। ये लाइन जो है वो इससे आगे जानी, क्योंकि ये लाइन एंड हो गई। इधर इसकी लाइन नहीं है ना, बाउंड्री नहीं है असल में। ये देखें ना, लाइन इधर है, इधर बाउंड्री है ही नहीं, इसलिए लाइन ही कोई नहीं, वरना ये एक्सटेंड हो जाती। इस तरीके से आपने देखा कि ये लाइन ये एक्सटेंड नहीं हो रही, क्योंकि ये लाइन, अगर मैं फॉर एग्जाम्पल इस लाइन को थोड़ा सा बढ़ा दूँ, इस लाइन को बढ़ा दूँ, तो अब देखें ये वाली लाइन अब मैं एक्सटेंड कर सकता हूँ। मॉडिफाई, एक्सटेंड, सेलेक्ट दिस लाइन। अब इसको लाइन को मैं क्लिक करता हूँ, प्रेस एंटर। नो इस पे लाइन, ये देखिए ये एक्सटेंड हो गई। तो इस तरीके से आप जो है ना लाइंस को एक्सटेंड कैसे करना है वो भी आप कर सकते हैं। Extend done, extend, trim, scale, yeah, scale is done, remaining. So, for example, for the scaling factor is also so for the scaling factor, for example, I will draw the circle and I will draw the rectangle. Ortho one, okay. So like this. I want to draw the rectangle. Okay, I will draw first rectangle. Now I will draw the circle inside. Okay, now I will for example, I want to scale it. I will group it first. If I want to scale it, for example, click the scale, select the object, press enter, specify base point. Base point is this one. This base point I want to scale it. How much I want to scale it? It depends that, for example, I want to scale as 2 times. I will write 2. So it will be scaled 2 times. So I will click it again, modify scale, and I want to scale it half, 0.5. First I will specify a corner point. Modify scale, select the object, enter, specify base point. Now I want to specify into half. So this is half. So in this way you can use the scale command. Here select the object, specify the base point. I will specify it to 4 times. 4 times. So size will be 4 times. So in this way you can use the scale command. So now our all commands in lab 6, lab 5 and lab 7 done. So you will write the tasks are, task 1 is this one. Task 2, yeah, this task you can use, you draw the full rectangle first, and then you can use with the help of line commands. For example, here line command, you can draw the smaller rectangles of the same size which is mentioned here. This, for example, the upper rectangle is 3 by 2, 7 by 3, and 5 by 3, like that. So in this way, rectangle, and this use the fillet command. Yeah. For example, this figure you want to draw, how you will draw? For example, you will draw in this way, like this. For example, this one. Then there is another. You can center it by yourself. Okay, I am just randomly do. So you will use the trim command first. Use the trim command. For example, trim command. Select this, right click, and then you can trim this. Okay. Now you can, for example, this one and this one, you can group it. Okay, group it. Group. Now this is the one triangle like. Now you can fillet it. Go to fillet and select the object like this. Oh no, go to fillet. Radius, here click the radius. Radius, for example, 5. Now you will click this. Okay, it is 5 times radius fillet. If you need more, you can enter again, enter radius, maybe 50. So I want to fillet it with the radius of 50. Radius 50, enter. Then select this one, and yeah, this is not selected because this is linear smaller, radius is more. So this is done. Yeah, this is done. Okay. So in this way, yeah, you can see the fillet command you can use, and the remaining smaller rectangles also you can fillet and you can round it. Okay. So in this way, the task 1, group 1, task 2, group 2, and then lab 6. Lab 6 here, group 3 will do the this task 1 of lab 6, and group 4 this task. Okay, and this you can use, for example, these are the simple lines, or you can say one rectangles, and then you can scale it. One rectangle, then scale it, scale it, scale it. It will be easy. And similarly here you can draw the rectangles, and as convenient as you can by your own what we have studied so far. You can use all the commands and you can draw this simple rectangle, and then like that. This is simply hatch command, and hatch the hatch is, we used hatch last time. This one hatch, and the distance between is 4. So you will hatch. Okay, simple lines hatch, and hatch is this, for example, hatch. We command this one, and this you can see, you can specify the hatch pattern, for example, gradient or pattern. This is pattern, and you can also use the different pattern, for example, here as many patterns as you can. Oh, sorry, close, select this, and here you can see there are cross like this, and the distance between the patterns, maybe you can increase it, for example 5. Oh, 5 is more. 1, 2, so you can change it from here. So here are the different options. You can change it. For example, here you can see multiple options are there. You can change it to any specified, which is specified in the figure. For example, this one, and this is gradient, this is solid, user defined pattern. So you can change the, also here you can change the angle, for example 90 degree, it's 45 degree, for example, and then there's a 5, for example. Still it is, I think so. So in this way you can select any one here, any style from here, and then you see this style. You can select this style anywhere, any style, and this figure you can draw. Then there is this one figure, for example. Oh, sorry, this figure. This figure you want to draw, for example, only rectangle you can draw. I will draw random, but you will draw proper rectangle. Okay, I will draw, for example, like this, like this. Group it, scale it. If you will scale it, maybe double, it will be doubled, but keep the copy. You see here the specify factor copy. You will copy it. Okay, you will select it, copy, then specify scale factor 2. You see it is scaled, but you see the center point, reference point. If you will mention center point, then it will be reference here. Otherwise you can also, but reference point you can change. Okay, in this way you can select this. And similarly, lab 7, for example, this command. So fillet command you will use, grid is on, and then there is a fillet command, and you see this is not fillet, this is this one, camphor. Okay, so camphor I already mentioned how to use it. So you will specify this camphor, and the whole length is 40, and this is camphor is exactly 2 feet and 10 inch. You can specify, and this similarly 30 is this. So this camphor, and then rectangles. With the help of line command, or you specify the rectangles, or also you can maybe one rectangle, and then maybe with the array command and with the 0 distance you can draw the rectangles, and in the end you can camphor whatever you want. And similarly here there is a circle, and you can see there are the dimensions, and this simple line you can draw lines, camphor it, and then like that. We already done this one, I think so. We are done like this. So you can draw which what we have done in this start. So in this way, any figure you can draw like that. So ये task 1 2 3 4 5 6 2 task lab 5 2 task lab 6 2 task lab 7. तो ग्रुप 1 पहला टास्क, दूसरा, तीसरा, चौथा, पांचवा, छठा, 6 हो गए। उसके बाद जो अगले ग्रुप बचेंगे 7, ग्रुप 7 8 9 जो है ना दोबारा जो है ना शुरू से शुरू हो जाएंगे। ग्रुप 7 जो है वो पहला टास्क लैब 5 का, फिर लैब 5 का दूसरा टास्क, और आखिरी ग्रुप जो है ना लैब 6 का पहला टास्क। इस तरह आप ये करेंगे, ठीक है। ये तो हमारा हो गया एंड। नाउ आई विल स्टार्ट द वीडियो just after 5-minute break. We'll start the Visio. Okay, so I will just coming towards you. Just 5 minutes. 5 minutes we'll start soon after 5 minutes. Meanwhile, you can draw the you can see, you can draw the tasks, or you can complete some performance or anything which you still which still pending. You can draw. Just 5-minute break and we will start again. Okay. ओके लेट्स स्टार्ट विज़ियो। आवाज आ रही मेरी अपने?
क्या सर आ रही है?
अच्छा ठीक है। अच्छा खबर इसको बंद करते हैं अब। विल सेव इट ओके। Close it. Now open your Visio. Blank drawing, US units, okay. Any unit metric this time maybe. Okay, this one. So now we want to draw this figure. Okay, this figure we want to draw, and this figure I already shared with you. And you can go to insert picture, and in the picture you will go to this figure and you will import this one. Okay, so this figure is done here. Now I will with the help of mouse, if you will use the scroll button of the mouse, it will move up and down. And but if you will hold the control on the keyboard, control button on the keyboard, and then you will use the mouse scroll button, you will zoom it like that, zoom in, zoom out like that. So now I'll move it here and then I will draw the same. Okay, so how to draw? Just zoom it. We'll draw this figure. Okay, like this. First home, there is a rectangle. Okay, so for example I will crop it. Maybe I will crop it. I will crop it to nearby like this. I think so. No, okay. Yeah. So now to want to draw this, and also you want to when you will write the task in the lab report, तो लैब रिपोर्ट में ये भी काम करें और थोड़ा सा इनोवेटिव करें। आप कोई फिगर्स आपने गूगल से ढूंढना करें या अपने घर के अंदर या कोई ऐसा स्ट्रक्चर, इस तरह की तस्वीरें जो है ना 2D लैपटॉप या इस तरह, मतलब घर में टेलीफोन है या मतलब घर के अंदर यू विल यूज आपके पास या बुक है या कुरान और एनी यू कैन से एनीथिंग इन योर रूम, वो 2D जो है 3D ना करें। इस तरह की 2D जो है वो आप उसकी 3D भी है तो उसका भी 2D शेप बना सकते हैं ना। घर के अंदर एसी है या वो है, कोशिश करें उनको, ट्यूबलाइट है या इस तरह के बल्ब है, इस तरह अलमारी है, अलमायरा, और इस तरह सेफ, और इस तरह डोर्स हैं, और ये चेयर्स हैं, तो टेबल, इनकी जो 2D है ना इस तरह जो कम से कम वो ड्रा करने की कोशिश करें विज़ियो में भी और इसी तरह वो उसके अंदर भी AutoCAD में। So make it creative. So anything creative things in the lab reports next time will get the extra credit point. Okay, so okay, let's रेक्टेंगल में डायरेक्ट रेक्टेंगल ड्रा करता हूँ हेयर। इसको थोड़ा जूम कर लें, यहाँ से ना एक रेक्टेंगल ड्रा करें। आप यहाँ से पकड़ के ऐसे रेक्टेंगल बना दें, जितनी बड़ी है ना इसको इस तरह जूम कर सकते हैं। ये ऐसे ये एक रेक्टेंगल बना रहे हैं। ठीक है, रेक्टेंगल बन गई आपकी। साथ साथ बनाते हैं, कंट्रोल C और V करें और इसको इधर पकड़ के रखें। Control C V and then make it here smaller like this. ठीक है, ये हो गया। उसके बाद इसको थोड़ा ऊपर कर दें। कंट्रोल C V एंड इधर बना दें। जूम कर लें अगर ये एग्जैक्ट नहीं हो रहा। चलिए ये हो गया। अब एक बड़ी रेक्टेंगल लेनी है हमने, कंट्रोल C V, ये बिगर रेक्टेंगल है, इसको भी ड्रा कर लें। थोड़ा सा इसके ऊपर ओवरलैप कर दें, नो इशू। आखिर में हमने इसको यूनियन ही कर देना, तो देन इट विल बी no is done. Okay, so now you will select all the figures and in the operation आप वहां से राइट क्लिक करके कस्टमाइज एक्सेस में जो है ना ज्योमेट्रिक ऑपरेशन, ऑल कमांड्स में जाएंगे ना, तो ज्योमेट्रिक ऑपरेशन जो है वो ये ज्योमेट्रिक नहीं, ये इसको ऐड एंड ओके, सो इट विल बी अपीयर्ड हियर। अदरवाइज ये आपके पास ऑप्शन होगा मेरे ख्याल में, उधर आपके पास टूल्स है, किसमें ऑप्शन है पुराना अगर AutoCAD है ना, चलें जो भी है, जिधर भी हो ऑपरेशंस आप ले लें, इसको यूनियन करें। ये यूनियन हो गया, ठीक है। यूनियन के बाद इसको कॉपी करें और इसको अब इसको राउंड करना है, थोड़ा सा शेप है, राउंड किस तरह करना है साथ साथ ये देखते जाते हैं ताकि इससे आसानी हो जाएगी। ये हमने यूनियन कर लिया, उसके बाद हमने ये करना है कि इस तरह की राउंड शेप बनानी है, इसके कॉर्नर राउंड करने हैं, ठीक है। राउंड करने के लिए क्या करेंगे, इसको सिलेक्ट करें, कॉर्नर राउंडिंग, ठीक है, कॉर्नर राउंडिंग, जस्ट क्लिक हिट हियर एंड लाइंस ऑप्शन, लाइंस ऑप्शन में ये यहाँ से राउंड करें, ठीक है, इसको ये राउंड, ये ज्यादा राउंड हो गया है, 3 mm कम कर लें, ये 2 mm है, ये कितना, ये 0 mm है, 4 mm है। अच्छा ये mm में आ रहा है, पहले लास्ट टाइम इंचेस में आ रहा था क्योंकि हमने मैट्रिक यूनिट्स किया था ना, वो यूएस किया था, ये एक दूसरा मैट्रिक और दूसरा कौन सा था, इस दफा हमने डिफरेंट किया था, इसलिए ये mm में आ रहा है, पहले इंचेस में आता है अगर वो पहला ऑप्शन बाय डिफॉल्ट क्लिक करें। चले खैर ये वाला ठीक है मेरे, ये ज्यादा है, दिस वन आई थिंक सो 2 mm इज ओके। सो 2 mm हो गया, इसको जस्ट ड्रैग एंड पुट एग्जैक्टली द बाउंड्रीज विल मैच ईच अदर, ओवरलैप ईच अदर, ये करने के बाद देन आप इसको सिलेक्ट करें ऐसे एंड गो टू ऑपरेशंस एंड फ्रेगमेंटेड, ठीक है, ये फ्रेगमेंट हो गया। फ्रेगमेंट करने के बाद आप ये करें कि ये फिगर जो है ना बाद में बना सकते हैं इसको वैसे, चलें साथ साथ भी ठीक है। अच्छा अब हम ये फ्रेगमेंट करना है, ठीक है, फ्रेगमेंट यू विल यूज, ये देखिए आपने कॉर्नर सारे राउंड करने हैं, ये वाले ऊपर वाले कॉर्नर जो डिलीट कर देने हैं और इस शेप में आ जाएगा, ये कॉर्नर रहने दें, ये नीचे वाले भी कॉर्नर रहने दें और ये भी रहने दें, यानी ये वाले आप रहने दें, इसके कॉर्नर रहने दें, इसकी राउंड शेप को डिलीट कर दें और बाकियों की आप जो है कॉर्नर्स को डिलीट कर दें, ये इस तरह, यू विल सी दैट द शेप विल बी समथिंग लाइक दैट। ये गलत हो रहा है, ये इसको हम कॉर्नर को डिलीट नहीं करना बल्कि ये राउंड शेप को डिलीट करना, राउंड नहीं हो रही तो हम इसको किसी और कमांड से करने की कोशिश करते हैं, बल्कि इसमें जो है ना, चले ये तो करें ना, पहले ये कर दिया, इसका भी कॉर्नर डिलीट नहीं करना हमने, राउंड शेप डिलीट करनी है, तो ये कॉर्नर हो रहा है ना, इसका हम ये तरीका करते हैं कि इसको दोनों को सिलेक्ट करते हैं और यूनियन कर देते हैं, यूनियन, ये यूनियन से हो जाएगा, इसको सिलेक्ट किया, इसको यूनियन, इसको भी हम दोनों को सिलेक्ट करके चलो ये शेप बन गया भाई, ठीक है। इसके बाद आगे क्या जाना हमने, ये दिस शेप इज रेडी, देन अच्छा हाँ ये सर्कल था, ये हमारा सर्कल था, वो हमने पहले ही बना दिया, चलिए खैर है, ये भी बना दिया। अच्छा अब इसको सेंड बैक करें, इसको सेंड बैक करें और ये सर्कल बनाइए, ये पहले ही बन गया, खैर है, चलिए ये और बना लेते हैं, एलिप्स में इसको ड्रा करें, ये इसको एग्जैक्ट जो है वो इधर प्लेस कर दें, कंट्रोल सी वी करें और इसको इधर प्लेस कर दें, देन कंट्रोल सी वी एंड देन प्लेस इट हियर एंड चेंज इट्स साइज लाइक दिस। Okay, now you can escape. Escape I just pointed to, ये हमारी शेप इस तरह हमने बना ली, ये सर्कल बना लें या इसको वो भी कर सकते हैं, राउंड भी करना है तो वो राउंड भी कर सकते हैं, वैसे इस तरह कर लें, चलो ज्यादा करना है तो और कर लें, और ज्यादा करना है तो चलिए बहरहाल काफी, इस तरह कर लें, डन। सो इंसर्ट होल कर लिया, उसके बाद आपने क्या करना है कि इनको होल्स को आप ग्रुप कर लें, सारे होल्स जो है ना इनको कंट्रोल जस्ट प्रेस एंड होल्ड कंट्रोल एंड सेलेक्ट ऑल दी होल्स एंड देन ग्रुप इट, ग्रुप, सो नो इट्स ग्रुप्ड। नेक्स्ट हमने क्या करना है, ग्रुप करने के बाद देन सेलेक्ट बोथ एंड अलाइन सेंटर, इसको वो जो बैक पे था ना, बैक पे जो बैक पे हमने तस्वीर बनाई थी उसको सिलेक्ट करें, ये पीछे बैक पे बनी, इसको फ्रंट फ्रंट पे ले आइए, जब फ्रंट पे लाएंगे तो यू विल सी दैट ग्रुप्स, इनको भी फ्रंट पे ले आए, ये सामने आ गए, ठीक है, ये हमने पहले बनाई है, बाद में बनाते तो ठीक था, ये पहले बनाई है तो वो कॉर्नर्स वो बीच में ना राउंड किया तो पीछे वो नजर आ रहा है, इसको साथ ही सर्कल्स के साथ बनाते तो ज्यादा बेहतर था। चले ये हो गया, उसके बाद आपने क्या करना है, इसको अलाइन कर लें आप, इसको सिलेक्ट करें और इसको सिलेक्ट करें और अलाइन कर लें सेंटर। ठीक है, सेंटर हो गया। उसके बाद क्या करना है नेक्स्ट, ये हमारी शेप बन गई है, इसको हम मूव करके इधर ले आते हैं। इसको इसमें ये करते हैं कि अब इनको ग्रुप कर लेना दोनों को, कर ले पकड़ के लाए इधर। हाँ, ये सारा ग्रुप हो गया। अब इसको हम ये करते हैं कि फ्रैगमेंट करते हैं। ठीक है, अनग्रुप कर ले पहले, फ्रैगमेंट करके जस्ट सर्कल डिलीट कर दें। यू विल सी व्हेन यू विल डिलीट द सर्कल, ग्रिड विल बी visible in the back, so it means circles are deleted like this. Done. These shapes we don't need. Oh no, sorry, we need no corners. Okay, so if I will use the for example, I will use I don't need corners. Okay, so what should I do? Control Z, Control I need yeah, I union. Oh, no, here union command will not apply. So I want to delete the corners. How to delete corners? Anyone? Apply the corners. Maybe you can use the trim command. I think so. Trim command will work. I think so here. Go to trim, control. Okay, maybe this shape also okay. Otherwise, in the start, because we have done mistake in the start, because we have draw this along with this line, along with the circle. If you will draw, no problem, we will face. Okay, okay, this is done. Now color it. For example, color it. Okay, this is done. Yes, like this. Okay, then you will copy it. Same replication. Huh? So it means you will move it here. Okay, this, and you will copy it, Control C and V, and then rotate, Control R. You will place it here. Okay, like this. Done. Then there is a bigger rectangle. Huh? This rectangle you will draw. Okay, so rectangle like this. You can change like this, drag and zoom it if you can exactly want to move where you want, like this. Okay, now it's done. I think so. Rectangle drawn. Now you can select all and align center and distribute vertically. So you can select all, align center, position, not horizontally, vertically. So it will be vertically lined. Okay, this done. And you can also group it. Group it. Oh, sorry. This, and this. Group it. Okay. So it is grouped. So this shape is drawn. Now what you will do? Now you need these circles, these rectangles, small holes. So you can put it here again, and then, for example, here. Now you can put it back, send to back, and then draw these lines. Rectangle. This is rectangle. like this. You can zoom it and you can adjust it, okay, like this, like this. Now Control CV and put it here, and then you can change the size like this. Then here is the rectangle. Again, you will Control CV. You can place the rectangle here. And I think so you can use the round corner maybe. Can we use the round corner? Round corner. Cap round round size, and but this will change all, I think so. Yeah, we don't need all, okay. It means we cannot use round maybe. So we can use, for example, this way, and then there is a Control CV, and this shape we can round it, okay. Maybe we can round it. No. No. This is not looking nice. So you can draw the circle, no problem. So circle. And draw the circle in this way. And move the circle down. And okay. Now is okay, I think so. Exactly matching like this. Now you can fragment it, okay. Select both and fragment. You can delete this one. Oh no. No. Huh? We will use what? Union. Oh yes, we can union in the start, okay. Yeah, now maybe I will apply union. Yeah, union is okay, I think so. Yeah, now it's done. So now I will select all. Okay, and I will group it and color it. You can group it. Color it with black. Now Control C and V, and oh sorry, Control Z. Now move the same here. Okay, like this. You have done the copy paste. Now you can see here that bring to front. Select this. Select this. अच्छा जी, अब हम ये करते हैं, ये आ गई हमारे पास this and this. You can align it to center. Yes. अच्छा, उसके बाद अब ये करेंगे, अब हमने ये बनाने हैं नट, बोल्ट नट बनाने हैं ना, बोल्ट जो है ये इस तरह के.
मैं खुद देखी मैं खाता लेती थी, हाथ तेरे बंदा लख बैठते थे जीव नहीं होते, बंदा बैठा होंदे खाता लेती मैं इन्हें ना वीडियो लेना भी है, यूट्यूब खोले, YouTube खोलना भी है, ओए हेज बंदा है ना. मैं वो वीडियो लेना भी है यहूदियों के पैसों में चलने वाला रिपोर्टेड अब यहूदी ना कहना
अच्छा चले चलिए ये हमारा बन गया। इसके बाद आगे चलते हैं। ये नट बनाते हैं। ये बनाने के लिए हमने क्या करना है, ये अगेन ड्रा द रेक्टेंगल। ये छोटी सी रेक्टेंगल लें इस तरह। उसके बाद फिर एक और रेक्टेंगल लें, इसको रोटेट कर लें, इसको इधर प्लेस करना है ऐसे ही है ना, सेंटर में, और ये इस तरह हो जाएगा। ठीक है, और इसी को कॉपी करें इस तरह। ठीक है, हम इसको और इसको यूनियन करें तो क्या होता है, नहीं यूनियन नहीं करना हमने ना, इसको तो यूनियन कर लें। मेरे ख्याल इससे यूनियन से हो जाएगा आई थिंक सो। Yeah, this done, and now you will fragment it. Okay, fragment it. Now delete this, delete this. So in this way you can draw this figure like this. You can change the size. Okay. So we can place it. First we place it this one, then we place it here. And make it as sophisticated as possible, but right now we are just trying. Yes. Okay, this is done. Now Control C and V and the same replication. Now you can select it, align right, and fill it with any color. Control C, V, and Control rotate, and place it here. Now you can, for example, select it and align center. No, align. No. No. Only select this. Align left. Done. Now we'll place this one. Control C, V, and the same you can place it here. You can change the color. This is done. No, this already done. I think so. Wherever shape is not ready. Group it. Yeah, our shape is ready. Yes. So in this way you can draw any shape. Now, yeah, we will connectors. We need connectors. Color done. I think so. If you want to color this shape also, you can color this one. Maybe. Oh no, only this color. Yeah, this shape is done. Now our shape is done. So you can see here that no need of this one. Now our shape is ready. You can change it. Now connector points. Connection points. You want to connect different electrical these decoder. This is actually, you can see the name of this is actually Decora Receptacle. Decora Receptacle, if you'll search it, so something like that. This is Decora Receptacle. 12, 15 ampere, 120 volt. This is just, you can say, the outlet, or here you can fix it. Here you can see, yes, in this way. You can fit it here and you can use 20 ampere, 20 ampere, 12 ampere, 15 ampere. This is the electrical socket actually. So these are different shapes. You see. So the connections, you can, these are the connection points, I think so. If I will say connection points. Yeah, in this way you can, oh, sorry. Connection points are like this. You see, from here you are connectors like this here. These are the points, connection points. So like this, you can see residual. Yes. So now we need the connection points. Okay. So can I just copy or paste? For example, as many as you can copy paste. Okay. So now, for example, connection points for this, you click the connection point, press and hold the control button and zoom it. Press and hold the control button and just click here. Again, click here, left click. This is the connection point. You see, there is a dot. It means no connection point is ready. When you will use the connector, this point will help you to connect. Similarly here, connect. Similarly here, connection point. Then there is a here connection point. Here connection. Okay, connection point are done. So similar you can do from this. Otherwise you can delete it because this connection point done. So Control C and V. Now easy to, because connection point done. So in this way you can see. No connector, use the connector and you can connect this with each other. For example, here, and this one maybe from here, this connection here, this connection here, this connection here, here, maybe here, maybe here. Okay, like this. Now you can rearrange. For example, you can move it here just to differentiate what is happening actually. The overlapping, you can avoid the overlapping like that. Now you can change this we already done last time, but again we'll do, right? You can change the width, then shape you can also change whatever shape you want. Dash type, maybe dotted. Okay, like this. You can use anything. And round, square, round, and this you see. Yes, in this way it will be round. And arrow, you can use the arrow like this, one arrow. If to use this arrow, and if you want to use end arrow, you can use any end arrow like this. Okay, medium, maybe end arrow you can size very small like this. So you can change the size and you can also like this. Okay, maybe this arrow you don't want, so you can dot maybe. So in this way. Okay, so if you want to replicate this one, so click here and format pointer. Okay, click as many lines as you want, the same format. Okay, so it will be formatted same. Done. And for example, the remaining you want different size, so different formats. So you can change is this, for example, to this color, this one, okay, round. And okay, so arrow, maybe you want to use only here, you want to use the arrow, this one. So you want to replicate, Control A, double click, format, and you can like this. So you can see, if you will overlap it, you see the connection points will be like this. So I think so. Yeah, this arrow is not good. Yeah, no, it's okay. So in this way, you can see, you can draw this, and for example, Control C and V, you put it here, and this you can group it. For example, you want to group it, this put it here, and you want to group it. This is one figure, group it. Okay. So now you want to use the stencils. More options. There is a stencils, new stencil. Okay. So metric, today we used metric. So new stencil will be metric. You can drag it here, and you can say, for example, I will say ED6 D1. Okay. And I will drag this one here. Oh, sorry. E2. This I will delete it. So save it. For example, Lab6, I will save it to ED6DD stencil name. Okay, now if you want to, for example, I will delete this. I don't need this one. I have my saved one like this. As many as you can use it. And similarly, you want to use this shape already available. So also, if you want to open this, you can open it. For example, in this stencil, more shape, open stencil. Okay, in open stencil in Lab6, I will see I use this for group 1 and this for group C. So I will select both and open. So you see, for group A, you see I made this one, okay, like this. And I made this one for group A. So this is saved. You see, this is my saved. Now group C, I draw this one and I draw this one. You see this one. So in this way, you can see all the stencils, and I will draw this. I will save this file, for example, Lab6 drawing 4. So here it's done. So this is done, I think so. So in this way, you can draw the stencils, this figure, and similarly, you will choose any other electrical connections, any electrical points or electrical drawing or electrical component which you use in your home, for example, socket, fan dimmer, and something that these points, sockets, China socket, like that, switchboard or distribution board, DB at your home, breaker, yeah, breaker, single phase breaker, 3-phase breaker, like that. So any shape you can draw. So I think so it's done. Now you will start your task.